Good morning, angels. Welcome back to spend a beautiful weekend with me. This is me after class, and I bumped into my friend at the tube station. It's a surprise. We chatted a bit, and I just hopped on the tube, me acting nonchalant or mysterious. And yeah, the first stop I was going to make was to Pico Clinic, and this was at Trafalgar Square, and I'm in the lift. I don't know what pose this was, but I was acting villain-ish, if you know what I mean. And then we arrived at Pico Clinic. I have shared this spot with you guys before in my vlogs, but today I am here for another purpose. It was to inject Botox to slim down my face and my jaw, and I'm just talking to Dr. Coogan to see if I'm suitable for the procedure. And yeah, right now he is marking the spots he was going to inject. I did 25 milli on each side, and to be fair, the whole procedure was quick, effective. It was a bit painful, you can tell by me squishing the jelly cat, but it was bearable for someone who is not a fan of pain. And he is just disinfecting after the injection, and we're good to go. This is my face right after the injection. You can barely see these spots, so you do not have to worry that it's gonna affect like your day. You just have to run back home. It's basically invisible. And yeah, we are off to our next stop, Abuelo, one of my favorite brunch place in London. And look at this whole decor and details into their furnishing. It's very soothing, relaxing, artsy. And here is my drink. I ordered a Milo mocha with sea salt vanilla cream frothing on top. It was basically like a dessert. It was so yum, divine. Look at my face. And here comes our brunch plates. I'm gonna start by taste testing Mogu's. It was a minced beef on toast. It was very good. I will just put it that way. The toast was fluffy. They used brioche bun, and the beef shoulder wasn't dried. It was braised shredded beef shoulder. So yeah, and here comes my plate. It was toasted sourdough bread with extra virgin olive oil and flaky sea salt, and scorching hot soft-boiled egg, and then you can dip your toast in the egg. Nom nom nom. And then whipped butter and a slice of cheddar, and a big bowl of homemade fig jam with actual fig fruit pieces in them. And okay, I'm gonna tell you my favorite combination in this, like eating this plate. So you're gonna put a thin layer of that butter, and then you're gonna put a thin slice of the cheddar, and you're gonna top it with the fig jam. Let me show you the bite. Heavenly bite. Look at that happy little dance, and then you can tell how good this was. We then took a stroll around central London, and here is a video of me attempting to speak 7 languages.
Hoy hace buen día. Hace buen día hoy. Hoy hace buen día. Oggi es bellissima. Aujourd'hui.
That makes no sense. Oggi is bellissima.
I don't care. Bellissima. Le climat est très beau aujourd'hui. كتير حلو الطقس اليوم. الطقس كتير حلو اليوم. كمان شوف. 今天天气真好. Today's weather is so nice, right? Yes, I agree. Bellissimo. 今早天气老好. Okay, that's all the languages that I know. Bye guys.
I then bumped into Miss Fan, Auntie, our queen, and I was just talking to her about my day. And it's crazy how in London you just bump into someone you know every single day. At least that's what happens to me. It's such a small circle. And then this is us shopping at Asian supermarket. I was getting some kimchi, lao ma, and pineapple tea. And then we took D2 back home. I'm so excited for dinner. I'm gonna make my signature salad again. It's basically watercress with rocket and then topped with some pomegranate syrup and pomegranate and halloumi. Look at me swirling, twirling in public. And I moved on onto hunting for my olive oil restock. And look at this beautiful sunset in the house. And I started petting Shakespeare. Yes, his name is Shakespeare. And he just wouldn't let me. But yeah, he's a lovely little cat. He's nice. You can pet him however you want, hug him however you want, and he's just so gentle. And that wraps up my first day, and this is a brand new day, second day, fresh, off to our second brunch date, but with a different person. Guess who that is? And yeah, me looking all mommy like and walking around Liberty. It's a blessing how we just had sun 2 days in a row. And yes, this is our special guest, Miss Melody Mai. We are at Dishoom. This is my first time and it's shocking to some of you because how can you not eat at Dishoom in London? And this is Melody's plate. She had a Mumbai plate and it was basically bun with fried egg, sausage, bacon, tomato, beans and mushroom. And a mysterious person had a stir-fried chicken liver with 2 fried eggs and mini fries and some buns. And then it's me who had a fresh fruit and yogurt pancake, and it was divine. I'm gonna pour this syrup. It's called not too sweet syrup, and I can verify it actually wasn't that sweet. So if you are scared of all that white people sweetness, this is not to worry about. The consistency is kind of weird, but it tasted good, so I'll let that slide. Dishoom's pancake was kind of unusual because they used rice to make their pancake, so it was more of a solid texture, and their topping wasn't cream, but it was a thick strained yogurt, and some fresh berries and coconut flakes. I very much liked it. And if you go to Dishoom for brunch, you can get their bottomless chai latte. It was a bargain. And yeah, we were under the sun creating some content, getting our job done. Look how pretty she is under the sun, and her skin is glowing. And listen to Melody's laughing. Had a few glances at the magazine stall, and then we moved on to our next destination, to Selfridges. We are gonna buy some presents for Melody's friend, and yeah. Before we do that, let's do a quick outfit check with Miss Melody. I'm wearing a trench coat from Simple Study with a vintage Guess tank top inside, you can't see. And my favorite bag that I got recently is a vintage Yves Saint Laurent. And my jeans are from Relia. Like my shoes, my heels are from Maison Margiela. All I see is numbers. And my glasses are from not vintage, Guess. Like I own them since I was in primary school, so it was a legacy of my own. And we made it to Selfridges, and we are at a Refi. It's a British cosmetic brand, I believe. It's very popular in UK, I believe. And Miss Melody paying off, being a boss. Get that bag, girl. And then we moved on to the food hall. our mysterious friend pissed Melody off, so she gets to pick whatever she wants for dessert tonight. At last, Miss Melody decided on, she called this the Minecraft cake because it was boxy, but she got a millefeuille or a layer cake from Kova, and it's Earl Grey flavored, I believe. I don't quite remember what we picked that day, but yeah, look at her, happy. And I was alone. I was left alone, I would say, lonely baby. Shopping around Selfridges. I was actually on a hunt for a knee-high black boots because I don't own a pair and I just need one of them to go with all of my like the whole of my closet, and I want them to be able to fit even when I wear jeans. And I had my eyes laid on these Chloe boots, but unfortunately I was wearing flared jeans that day, so I couldn't really tell if I could fit my jeans into the boots. But the whole entire texture and the shape and the details, I loved it. I sent them to Melody and she was like, I don't think it would go with everything in her closet, and it was not a cheap pair of boots, so I had some second thoughts. But then I saw the new Chloe fashion show and I'm just doubting myself right now, so let me know if I should bag them or not. And yeah, I had my eyes laid on these Chloe bags too, and I was deciding between the grey ones or the brown leather, and I decided brown. And then we made a quick stop to Janky. I ordered a, what was the sea salt hojicha latte. I had a chokehold on sea salt, and you can tell I have everything I order with sea salt. And yeah, sipping my little latte, walking around, and look at this beautiful sunset. Lovely. And then I moved on into meeting Mia for dinner, and oh, I forgot to mention I met Mogu and his friend on my way there, so they're just gonna see me off. And yeah, almost there. And da-da-da-dan, we're at Ramen Moto. It's actually one of my favorite ramen place in London. I'm not a big fan of ramen, so it's not easy to impress me, but this spot knows what they're doing. And yeah, she has finally showed her presence, my dear majesty. She just got off work, so I'm not gonna blame her for anything, but yeah. And look at her whole leopard set, leopard phone case, leopard jumper, and she had leopard sweatpants on. It matches her hair so much, I love it. And here is our dinner. We had chicken karage and lime yuzu tea, and this is my ramen and her ramen. I'm gonna walk you guys through it one by one, so no rush. First of all, let's give the karage chicken a taste test. I love it. It's very flavorful, but it's super hot, so be careful when you eat them. And they have the most juicy chicken I've ever had in London. And then let's move on to the actual subject, the ramen. I got these spicy miso ramen because they ran out of the Wagyu tomato ones, which I was looking so forward to it, but I settled for this. But I will not complain because this turned out just as good. So I got the spicy miso without the pork char siu and without corn, but it was with seaweed, black mushroom, crispy onion, tender chicken, and ramen egg. Let's give it a sip for the soup first. Okay, Eva approved. And I said in the video, I said it tasted like 味千拉面, but an improvised version. I mean, it's so much pricier than 味千拉面, so I'm expecting it to be. And the good thing is it's chicken broth, so I could eat it because I don't eat anything that is related to pork. so I can't eat any pork broth. So I'm happy that they have this option. And yeah, doing the happy little dance again. I was saying umai, oishi. Yeah, and the ramen was really tangy. I mean, this is how it's supposed to be, right? Overall, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I am a critique, so it's good. Make a visit. And this is Miss Mia asking ChatGPT about relationship advice. And I got home. Mr. Shakespeare is there again, waiting for me to arrive, and my flatmate, aka my friend Rose, was doing my nails. She just got into this and she was super good. Let me show you the photos later. And he was just there waiting patiently for us. And then I petted him and I went to sleep. And that wraps up my weekend. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Love you and good night.